Hey y'all, and welcome to Politibrawl. My name is Brian, and Donald Trump brings up famous boxer Tommy the Hitman Hearns in his rally out in Detroit. And what happens next is actually pretty cool. But before we dive in, I want to give a quick shout out to our great sponsors over at Colonial Metals Group. They quite literally have the cure to Biden inflation and Harris economics, but more on that later. Now, let's dive in.
And we have a guy, I made so much money with this guy. He was brutal. He was a brutal man. Happened to come from a place called Detroit, or as they say, Detroit. He says, I come from Detroit, which is cool as hell if you're the hitman, Tommy Hearns. The hitman. Tommy, come up here, Tommy. Come up, come. Come up here. Tommy the hitman. We love Tommy. I won so much money betting on this guy. He was brutal. We love that. Look at him. He still looks good. He still looks good. Wow. They have to take that. You know, Secret Service has got a little, I don't know, is there such a thing as over? But Tommy's going to have to cross about 9 gates. I don't think so, Tommy. About 25 years ago, he would have just hopped over him. Hey, Tommy, you still good, huh? You think I could take you now in a fight right now? No, I don't think so. I don't think, look at him. He wants to, oh no, he wants to fight. Oh. Tommy the Hitman. Man, oh man. Some of the greatest fights in history. Oh, look, he wants to come up. We should have him up, right? Come on, Tommy. Man, oh, man. I saw him in the audience. I said, we got to get. I see a lot of people in the audience. I'm not bringing them up. Come on, Tommy. One of the greatest fighters of all time, and man, I'll tell you what, he was something special. And thank you, Tommy. And he looks great, doesn't he? He looks great.
No, hear those nice words come from you, man? It's got to be real. It's got to be real. Because I myself, I never thought I was a great fighter, but I thought I did a pretty good job. But hearing come from you, though, I'm excited. I'm very excited.
Ah, that's good.
I want to fight now.
Man, he fight. He was a natural. He had the greatest. He had hips a little bit smaller than mine.
Okay, that's a little out of left field, but I kind of expect that from Trump. I actually had to look this guy up, and this is fascinating. I'm not really into boxing, but as someone who appreciates martial arts, as someone who thinks that every man at some point should learn martial art, and by the way, if you have daughters, teach them judo. Okay, could not recommend that more. But Thomas the Hitman Hearns. Man, this is something else. His record is apparently just insane. Let's see, looking up Wikipedia, his tall, slender build and oversized arms and shoulders allowed him to move up over 50 pounds in his career to become the first boxer in history to win world titles in 5 divisions. Wait a minute. So you're telling me this dude has won titles in 5 different divisions? That's insane. Hey y'all, I'm not exactly looking at retirement anytime soon, but my parents are, and friends of my parents are, and I'm sure either you or someone you know is looking at retirement and wondering, what do I do? How do I help prepare for this in this economy with this terrible president and with a vice president who basically coup d'etat him and is now looking to run for president herself? How do you protect against this? Well, simple. You go over to my friends at Colonial Metals Group. They quite literally have something called the Retirement Package Plan. This plan backs your wealth with gold and silver accounts. And furthermore, you will have direct access to these accounts. So you're not at the whims of Wall Street. You're not at the whims of inflation. You are in command of your own destiny. As a bonus, qualified applicants can receive up to $10,000 in free silver, plus a couple of other little goodies that they're going to package up for you, and you're going to be able to protect your wealth and your retirement. So go over to this link in the description below at colonialmetalsgroup.com or call this number 800-203-0422 and see how they can help you prepare for retirement today by backing your account with gold and silver. Don't delay your retirement, folks. Protect the money that you earned with Colonial Metals Group. They're here to help. And I know athletes will go through a lot, and even actors will do this. Christian Bale, for instance. Love his acting style, love his method. Because he's not full-on method actor, but he does get into his role that way. And he will, at one point, I think he dropped to almost 100 pounds. And then for the, the Dick Cheney movie that he made, he put on, he was at like 237 pounds. And that takes some real care and effort. And this was before the days where it was so easy to do this from a Hollywood perspective. Because you get all of your trainers, you get all these people who can come in and help you out, and then when the day comes of shooting and you need to just show off your muscles, you just get really dehydrated and then you lose all the excess water weight. But this, you mean to tell me this man was able to gain and or lose 50 pounds to win in 5 different divisions, and not just win fights, but win titles? No wonder Trump made so much money off of him. And Trump does this a lot because he apparently just loves the sports of boxing and MMA, because you'll see him being good friends with Dana White. We've covered that here before. And of course, Trump seems like the kind of guy that would really get a kick out of that. And the coolest thing is, he maintains those relationships even after the men are out of their prime. Hearns is he was born in 58, so he's let's see, what would that make him? That would make him a little over 60. So yeah, the man's obviously not fighting anymore, although he jokes about getting back in the ring in the video. And that shows that he still has a sense of humor. And I know boxers tend to take a lot of hits and aren't always all there. We saw what happened with Muhammad Ali. But the fact that Trump maintains these kinds of relationships does show the kind of man he really is. And that's where you can count the measure of a man. What are his children like, and what are his friends like? And Trump has a whole wide array of people that he still stays in contact with. But the fact that he still is a huge fan of a boxer out of his prime, brings him on stage into a rally, that says that he goes a little bit beyond what is normal. And that's exactly what you want from a president. You want someone who is able to keep up these relationships. And that's really one of the big reasons why the art of the deal, so to speak, still works. What Trump is able to do, it's something that not every human can do. He's able to negotiate through just rhetoric alone. And then once he brings you to the table, he makes you a deal that you can't refuse. That is good politician work right there. That's something that most politicians actually are not good at. Because there's really 3 ways a politician can really make it. One is be just a great communicator. 2, be a powerhouse behind the scenes in what I call the boardroom. This is areas where you don't see what happens. This is where the inter-party politics takes hold. And then, of course, you have the people who are really good at writing up good legislation. Those are the 3 main ways of politics. But Trump is able to combine 2 of those 3, and then he knows how to work with the 3rd. That's why the Paul Ryan tax cuts work so well. That's why the nominees that Mitch McConnell gave Trump ended up being so good at their jobs. Trump is able to understand how to work with these people. He proved it for 4 years, and it looks like he's going to do it again. But remember, the way Donald Trump treats an over-the-hill boxer tells me more about his character than I think anything else out there. This is why it looks like he is going to win. This is a big reason anyways, of why he's probably going to win in 2024. A lot of people see this and respect it because they know if a president works like that with someone who isn't in the ring anymore, has no more skin in the game, it means that he's probably going to be able to take care of the nation. I think that's a good measure to have. Folks, my name is Brian. Hope you enjoyed that segment here on Politbro. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Catch you on the next one. And until then, y'all have a good one.